And I know some of you are making jars or teapots or I don't know what else you need a lid for. Anything else you need a lid for.
Abby, you want to see the lid demonstration? Yeah. She's listening.
So this first lid is going to be an inset lid with no gallery. A gallery is like the shelf that the lid sits on. So no, I mean this has to have something to rest on, so I guess there's sort of is a gallery. It sits on the wall here. So it's got a collar in. And this is the easiest type of lid to make because it doesn't have to be exact. It's got a lot of play factor. So this would be the opening where it flares out here. Take this off. Now you always want to measure for your lid right away because as soon as it starts to dry, it starts to shrink. So if you go and throw a bunch of bottoms to like a bunch of jars and then come back and take your measurement and throw tops, none of them are going to fit well. So because this does have a lot of play, I'll take a sort of rough estimate. Okay, so I set my calipers. Now I'm going to throw all these lids, what we call off the hump. So I have like a large chunk of clay, much more than I need for one lid, but this allows me to throw multiples and not spending time recentering. So you could throw cups or small bowls or a lot of one small thing using this same method. So I had this whole thing pretty centered, but I don't worry too much about being exactly centered except for just the top here because this is what I'm using. So this type of lid, like I said, it's the easiest. It's also the sort of quickest to be finished because you throw the knob and the lid at the same time. So first I'm going to separate out some clay in the middle for the knob. Okay, so I'm just pressing down with my finger. So that would be my knob right there. Okay. And then I go underneath here and I just stretch out the top of the lid.
I love those calipers.
Yeah, those are nice. I think they have these in the bookstore. Mm-hmm. They're the best that have the same sides. Otherwise, you have ones that look like this, and then you take this, and then you have another pair, and you measure the inside. But make sure it's there's two holes. One is 1 to 1.5 or something. So make sure it's the 1 to 1 hole. Okay, so you want to try to roughly match this downward angle here with this angle. So that way your lid sits nice. And you take wire tool or the needle tool and you just cut this right off. Now you could you know, this could be it right here. You could just take a rib and kind of smooth this over. Right? It's a little crude, but bam.
Bam is
Done.
wrong. I was thinking B, but
So that is the easiest lid to make right there. Okay, the easiest solution for a lid because there's a lot of play, you know.
slap him.
I want to see him get it all.
Well, no, it doesn't.
It ain't gonna happen.
So now, now I'm gonna do a lid with a gallery, and too much fun for you over there.
You come slapping.
Innovative. Is that on YouTube? Sorry.
It will
You're gonna
be.
be famous.
You're gonna go viral.
Slamming Shawn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna throw a very basic canister or cylindrical jar, I should say. I've left the top a little bit thicker, as you can see. Because I need that to create the gallery for the lid to sit. So my thumb is supporting the outside wall, okay, from here. That way when I push down, this isn't going to stretch the outside or the top out. So I'm going to use the corner of my rib. And at first I'm going to kind of come down at about a 45-degree angle, okay, just to get started. And then I'll turn my rib down so it's flat. And you see how that pushed that gallery down? Okay. Right there, I was just supporting it from underneath as I pushed down some more. And the edges, like this top edge and then this edge right here on the gallery tend to get thin, so I like to just take my sponge. You see how I kind of rounded that out, thicken it back up. Take my measurement. Sometimes it's good too to take your measurement and then turn the wheel to make sure it's pretty round.